Hi guys, I am starting a new educational series on this channel all about me creating a micronation. I'm doing it just for a learning process. I'm going to see how far we get, what struggles we face, and other obstacles such as that on our quest for independence. I already have a flag chosen, but before we get to the flag reveal, let's talk about territory. Because if we're gonna be if we're gonna be any nation, we're gonna need some territory. So here is the map of our territory. It should be up on the screen right now, and as you can see, I have the territory outlined in black. If this looks familiar to you, then you are probably somebody who watches a lot of micronations, because this is actually from a different micronation that was on YouTube a while back. By some kid. Basically, his operation shut down. I actually emailed him the email address that he had put out. I emailed him, and I basically just asked him, hey, are you shut down here? Can I use the territory that you were using? And he said yes. So don't have to have any territorial interference with another micronation. Except the U.S. government. That one's probably gonna be a little bit tricky there, but I'm sure we can get around it. At least let's try. As you can see, we have it outlined in black. Now, I specifically asked for this territory for a few reasons. One, I live in the southern Florida area, so that is good because it's in my area. So territory's in my area. Number two, it has coastline, which is kind of extremely important because most micronations that I've come across are landlocked. I mean, there's sea land, which isn't, and I've already made a full video about that, so check that out on my channel. But I've made a full video about that, but most micronations are landlocked and are enclaves of other nations. But having a coastline means that our nation is neither. For those of you who don't know what an enclave of another nation is, it's when your nation is completely surrounded by another nation, another country. I keep using the word nations. Most people use the word country. I prefer the word nation, just like nation state. Anyways, yes. Back to micronations. We have a coastline, which gives us a lot of opportunities. First off, we can set up, obviously goes through a canal out into a bay, out into the ocean. So that gives us an opportunity to set up obviously it's a small canal, set up a small port, or at least a few docks, so we can have for some shipping and trading, which will be extremely useful. We can have fishing be an export, or at least suffice within the country to fuel our new nation's economy. Of course, it is very undeveloped land. There's nothing built on this land, so I myself will have to do some infrastructure constructing. Probably, I'm going to try to construct some small sort of living spaces, maybe a few small shelter areas. I'll try to do this. I have no idea how difficult it will be. I'll have to check out the soil. I have visited this place before starting here, and I do know that it's a lot of mangroves, but there is some good solid land, and there's a trail that leads out to the edge of the coastline where I'm hoping to set up a dock port area there for shipping and trading and sending out any ships, boats for this size, sending out any boats that we will need. Now, onto the name. Let's do the name now. I have decided to name this nation the Republic of the Golden Coast. Why the Republic of the Golden Coast? The Republic of the Gold Coast. Those of you who are unaware, it is a region in Florida called the Gold Coast, and this micronation falls right within that region. And I thought, hey, a lot of nations are named after their area that they're in, so let's do the same for me. Gold Coast, it's the Republic of the Gold Coast because it's in the Gold Coast, and it's gonna be a republic. I'll do a whole video on how the government is set up another time. Another time, probably in a few hours, it will go up after this one, because I'm very much trying to get this thing up and running soon so I can have people start coming in, because I know a lot of people actually follow micronations and want to live in them, which we will need a permanent population. But before we have any people coming in to come and set up their shop in this new nation, I would like to stress that I will be setting up infrastructure before I'm making it open to the general public, because I don't want a bunch of guys in tents just camping out there as I try to work. But after I get some stuff set up, then all of you can come. Now let's go on to the flag reveal. Now, I am a big vexillology nerd. Those of you who do not know what vexillology is, it is the study of flags. Flag design is very important to me, and from what I know, you do not have any writing on it. There's a thing about metal colors, non-metal colors, that rule I think is that's a little less important. You have no writing on it and needs to be simple. These are my two major rules. So I created this tri-color flag. I hope you guys do like it. I went for the horizontal stripes because I just thought they fit better. We have a light, pretty mid-green color as our first stripe. This represents all the wilderness and nature and mangroves that our country is made up of. Then we have a golden colored stripe in the middle that represents the sunlight, because we live in a very sunny region, so we get lots of sunlight. And then the blue at the bottom represents all the water and coast that our nation has, because most of our nation's border is actually coast, except for one quite long that makes up, I think, about 40% of the border with the U.S., but about 60% is made up of coastline, and I believe that a lot of our nation's industry will come from the coastline, which is why we have a blue stripe representing the water at the end. So that is our flag. It's very simple, to the point. I am actually a big fan of it. Tricolor, very nice looking. I think it fits very well, and it's different from any other existing flag. I mean, of course, there are many other tricolors set up the same way, but I mean, just different colors. It's very simple, very good. I like it a lot. Anyways, guys, I will do another video all about government, and this will be an ongoing series about creating a micronation, basically seeing how far we can get. Thank you all for watching. Check out my just think about any special ideas you have for my micronation. Leave a comment below of all of your opinions and suggestions. And yeah, see you guys later.